Gaffer, back-to-back home wins here at St Andrews. Was that a hard-fought 3 points in the end tonight?
Yeah, just a bit. It was every bit a championship game, hard-fought championship game. We had a great start. Went 2 goals up, deservedly so. I like the way we started, real intent, front foot mentality. 2 good goals, and then they get a corner out of nothing really, and the game's 2-1. But it kind of woke us up, and we realised it was going to be a fight, and it was that. A scrappy game. And I said to the players, we've had games where we've played teams off the pitch, we've won 4 goals or whatever, but this was a different type of win, and actually in some ways I love it even more because we showed the courage, the character, the spirit and the fight again, and that's what you need in football more than anything else. You could go through the team and they all were up for the battle today, and centre backs were brilliant. Chris Clara, outstanding in his work, marshalling the back line, and again, what we're seeing is a team that when we get our moments to play, we do it, but we're competing really well, and that's what's getting us wins.
We've had some positive starts here at home where we maybe haven't been rewarded with the goals that we maybe would have deserved. So how pleasing was it to get 2 goals in quick succession tonight? And just a word on that first goal, Ibrahim Osman. You talk about pressing to score, his tenacity, won the ball, created the first goal, and obviously scored the second.
No, he was outstanding. I think we've had a lot of games where I feel like we could have scored more goals. We've hit the post more than any other team in the league, I believe. And to start a game, in the ascendancy and then get rewarded for it is huge, especially at home, because it, gives you a real lift. I think with Osman, I've really liked him since he's come in. I think what I love with the wingers is if they work hard for the team and they do that bit without the ball. That's the sort of non-negotiable, and he does all that, and that's where the goal comes from. Some wingers would be trotting back, he turns around, sprints, presses it, and then sets himself up for a shot, and Jay nips in, gets an assist, and then the second goal, second phase of a corner, he drives with the ball, really positive. Once you're in the box, defenders are a little bit more tentative, but he's got the acceleration, explosion to get that few yards away, and he works it really well down from the byline, and takes it really well. And we've said, look, can he add, with all that incredible build-up play, a finish or an assist? And if he does that, like he's doing tonight, more consistently, then he'll be some player, honestly.
I guess the only disappointment for you was the nature of the goal we conceded. It was fair to say, a pretty cheap one to give away at that time in the first half.
Yeah, it was. They've got a little overload in the box, but a poor goal. We didn't handle that situation well enough. But I think the players responded to it well. That can really rock you, because you think, right, we're right up here, and then it can really wobble you. But I thought they got back onto it well, dusted themselves down, and we didn't let anything like that happen again. I thought the way we defended the box late on was exceptional. Bodies on the line, big headers, and everybody fighting and working to try and keep the ball out of the box from that late flurry that they had. But we could have had a couple of chances to kill the game, and Carlos hit the post, and August had a decent opportunity. So if we got that third goal, it would have been over. But it reminded me of quite a few games we've had here where you just have to hang on and see it out, and it's a big 3 points.
You mentioned those chances there. If one of those goes in, we're stood here talking about a far more comfortable victory in the end.
Exactly. I think it was Carlos's one's the obvious one if it goes in, and then, like I say, I thought August had one. There was a few others, but it's football. You don't always get it, and we had to stay strong and concentrated, which we did. Substitutes all came in well, helped the team, so it's exactly what you want. And like I say, it's these victories for me taste even sweeter because you have to really work hard for them. Preston have got a lot of experience, seasoned championship team, really dogged, really honest. They make it hard. We stood up to it, and we got rewarded for our quality.
We've seen a few times this season where we've been level in games and we've maybe conceded. There might have been times during the season where we would have maybe lost that game tonight, or maybe been held to a draw. So how pleasing was it for us to hold on, and is that just the evolution of this team getting used to this division once again?
I can see the development, I can see the growth. I look at players that are just tasting it for the first time, your Augusts and Carlos's, and Bright's really getting going, Newman's really getting going, and it's a team that looks like it's developing really well, to be quite honest, and learning what you need to do to win games at this level. It's not always going to be pretty, you're going to have to fight, and it's a really physical league. But we're showing all the qualities necessary to win games of football, and what's important for me is we see and are encouraged by this team, and that they can keep improving, keep growing, and they can absolutely do that.
Just finally, Gaffer, a word on Ibrahim Osman. He had to come off in the first half. Was it a concussion related injury? I know he went down a little bit before that. Was it a knock-on effect from that?
Yeah, I think he went up for a header and he got knocked, and if anything, that's credit to him, because he's gone up. Most wingers would duck out of it, but he's gone up to try and win the header, and he's taken a knock and unfortunately couldn't carry on. So I don't know exactly what that means, but we took him off, and hopefully he's back soon.
Thank you.